Armed Afghan women take to streets in show of defiance against Taliban.
Here's a summary of the article.
Women have taken up guns in northern and central Afghanistan, marching in the streets in their hundreds and sharing pictures of themselves with assault rifles on social media, in a show of defiance as the Taliban make sweeping gains nationwide. The public demonstrations, at a time of urgent threat from the militants, are a reminder of how frightened many women are about what Taliban rule could mean for them and their families. No woman wants to fight, I just want to continue my education and stay far away from the violence, but conditions made me and other women stand up, said a journalist in her early 20s from northern Jowzjan, where there is a history of women fighting. It is rare, but not unprecedented, for Afghan women to take up arms, particularly in slightly less conservative parts of the country. The Ghor provincial governor, Abdulzahir Fayazada, said in a phone interview that some of the women who came out in the streets of Firozkoh, the provincial capital, had already battled the Taliban, and most had endured violence from the group. The majority of these women were those who had recently escaped from Taliban areas. They have already been through war in their villages, they lost their sons and brothers, they are angry, he said. The Taliban have banned women even from taking care of animals or working the land in areas of Ghor they control, she added.
This post received a score of 47,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I admire their courage, but damn shit looks grim.
I mean, historically the people who have best combated and defeated the most powerful warlords of Afghanistan were other people from Afghanistan.
Afghanistan's most wanted enemy. Afghanistan lol.
Brothers and sisters are natural enemies, just like Brits and Afghans, or Russians and Afghans, or Afghans and other Afghans. Those damn Afghans, they're ruining Afghanistan. You Afghans sure are a contentious people, you've just made an enemy for life.
I wonder if there was a Scottish brigade in there when the Brits tried it the first time. Afghanistan wasn't Russia's Vietnam, Vietnam was America's first Afghanistan. That country has torn up and spit out the three great powers of the 19th and 20th century.
There is a reason it is called the graveyard of empires.
I think this point does tend to get exaggerated a little. For example, the First Afghan-Anglo War is remembered as a case of some of the worst generalship in British military history, but things like, for example, the Second Anglo-Afghan War can be better described as a case of Britain got more or less what it wanted at the end of the war in return for a little compromise, and the Third Anglo-Afghan War can be best described as Britain winning some moderate tactical victories and using it as leverage to achieve the less ambitious war goals in order to quite while we were ahead.
Good luck to them.
Too fucking right.
I feel really bad for them. Their life will be hell if Taliban take over, but it will be a hard battle to win.
It's worse than you think. The Taliban just posted tons of pics with US military gear they confiscated.
Which will go well with the Russian equipment they already had.
They can use the US gear as accent armaments.
Or in the case of the Humvees, parking lot decorations.
Storage containers.
Before being pushed back by special forces. Airstrikes and reinforcements from Afghanistan's elite special forces helped push the Taliban fighters back, and #X200B. This is the fourth or fifth article that I've read now over the last year or so about the Afghan special forces, they must be half decent. And #X200B.
The Tiger teams I worked with were the only Anna I wasn't afraid would accidentally, or purposely, shoot me in the back.
Having spent my entire deployment with Anna, I feel this.
Having never left my living room in Canada the entire time, it seems like most of the regular forces just fuck right off when the Taliban shows up, so the only thing left are the women and special forces. I'm under the belief that if Afghanistan or places like Iran want to change, it'll be the women doing it. Don't fuck with armed mothers with special forces backup.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.